And if you'll pardon me for a small rant here, I want to emphasize that nothing about this right-hand side references the paradoxical idea of an infinitely small change. The point of limits is to avoid that. This value h is the exact same thing as the dx I've been referencing throughout the series. It's a nudge to the input of f with some non-zero, finitely small size, like 0.001. It's just that we're analyzing what happens for arbitrarily small choices of h. In fact, the only reason that people introduce a new variable name into this formal definition, rather than just, using dx, is to be super extra clear that these changes to the input are just ordinary numbers that have nothing to do with infinitesimals. Because the thing is, there are others who like to interpret this dx as an infinitely small change, whatever that would mean. Or to just say that dx and df are nothing more than symbols that we shouldn't take too seriously. But by now in the series, you know I'm not really a fan of either of those views. I think you can, and should, interpret dx as a concrete, finitely small nudge, just so long as you remember to ask what happens when that thing approaches zero. For one thing, and I hope the past few videos have helped convince you of this, that helps to build stronger intuition for where the rules of calculus actually come from. But it's not just some trick for building intuitions. Everything I've been saying about derivatives with this concrete, finitely small nudge philosophy is just a translation of this formal definition we're staring at right now. So, long story short, the big fuss about limits is that they let us avoid talking about infinitely small changes, by instead asking what happens as the size of some small change to our variable approaches zero. And this brings us to goal number 2, understanding exactly what it means for one value to approach another.